All right, Blue Butterfly Gang Gang. Those of you guys that booked, readings are going out today by 9 p.m. Central. Because y'all got me booked up, okay? So I'm going to have to change that timing from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time so that I make sure that I'm getting them all done. And then when I have a handle on it, because personals take way more energy, right? There's the process of meditating before you actually do the reading so I can be an empty vessel. That's how I do my readings. I'm not just pulling the cards. They're more intentional. So it does take a lot more energy and time. But that's not here nor there. You guys are getting your readings today by 9 p.m. Central. What else do I want to say? Those of you guys that recently booked, you guys will be getting an email from me. Some today, some tomorrow. Okay? So just be patient. I will be with you. All right, Holy Spirit, angel guides. What do we have for Blue Butterfly? What's the energy? Six of Wands. So in my mind, I was asking, like, how is Blue Butterfly being viewed? We have Six of Wands. You're being viewed as successful. You're being recognized for something. And we have Ace of Swords sideways. Some people could also be realizing some sort of truth about you, why you distance yourself from them, right? They don't have the full information on why you distance yourself, but some sort of clarity, like their viewpoint on you is changing. What is this about? How are they seeing Blue Butterfly? The Hierophant. They see you as somebody who, like, you have a higher calling. You listen to the guidance of spirit, your belief system. It's something about your belief system. Maybe you don't operate the way that, they see you as somebody who's a very powerful manifester. It's your belief system that helps you to manifest. So you see things from a different perspective. You have a different point of view. What else? This one, come on, in the reverse. We have Death. So you don't really stay stuck. We have the Queen of Wands at the top. You don't really stay stuck in situations. I feel like there's people you've come across who tend to stay stuck at a certain vibration, frequency. But you've surpassed these people, whether these are old friendships that you've left behind. And it's because, again, it's your belief system. So let's say a lot of people go to church and they're seeking God, they're seeking some sort of higher perspective, but it's like they're still limited because they're more wrapped in the tradition rather than learning how to trust themselves, right? So it's like your perspective could even be higher than that because you're more open-minded. You have your own sort of belief system. It's not something that maybe makes sense to some people. We have Five of Swords. These people try to compete with you, some of these people, but they've realized that they always end up losing. Why is the Five of Swords here? Nine of Cups. So some of these people desire what you have, your dreams. You go for your dreams, but they also know that you work very hard. Ooh, here in my eye. They know that you work very hard and you're very strong. So I think what they're recognizing is, like, when they're trying to compete with you, they can't really keep up because they're resistant to changing certain things in their life. But again, your perspective, your higher consciousness, regardless of how you try to explain things and how they try to mimic you or compete with you for what you have, they don't have the same power. They don't have the same connection to the source that you do. They don't have the same strength and drive that you do. You're focused on your desires, your dreams. So it's like you have a strong will. But it's not just that you have a strong will. It's like you let that will, that determination push you forward. Four of Wands sideways. Why is this Four of Wands sideways here? They also look at you as, like, they don't really know if they could come back into your life. You keep a distance. So if these are people that you let go of in the past, they want to come back in. But you kind of keep this distance of, like, oh, we're cool. I don't have anything against you, but I've changed. I'm not the same person you once knew. You don't fit into my world. We got the Queen of Swords. Like, you don't have beef with anybody. Queen of the Empress, you're just focused on your higher calling, right? So people are seeing you as somebody who's going to keep elevating, who's going to keep going to the top, right? And you let go. They feel like you, that's the thing. It's like when they try to compete with you, they're not competing with the current version of you. They're competing with something that you already overcame. So it's like you're in a different frequency, different vibration. So they can't keep up, right? Because it's like you're not even that same person that they're trying to compete with. And they don't have the ideas you do. They can't switch like you do. Because again, they're stuck in certain places. They don't have the same information you receive. A lot of these people watch you. They feel like you're very, very creative. We have a King of Cups specifically who stresses out. Maybe this is someone you had a connection with that feels like you walked away. We have the Moon, yep, and Six of Swords. They secretly have emotions and feelings that they hide. But I feel like you walked away because it's like they weren't really working with you. So they destroyed the connection. They had an opportunity, but it's like they weren't really. What happened with this person? With this King of Cups and this Tower. Yeah, they weren't giving to the connection. We got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and they were dealing with other people. So I feel like they had an opportunity to connect in this connection, but they were choosing their friends. They were getting with other people. And it made you walk away because it's like, well, they're not connecting with me. So I feel like this person regrets not pursuing it because they feel like you're a catch. They feel like you're the one that got away, right? It's like this person was someone I could have had something amazing with. They were an Empress. But see, a lot of the thing is that these people need to grow. So it's not even you. It's like you are just someone who's passing by in their life. But you give them opportunities. So these are like friends that had the opportunity to grow with you, elevate, had they stayed in your corner or supported you. But I feel like people, even if they saw your value, it's still something where I feel like people focus more on what they had. So if they didn't see you flexing, they assume that, how do I explain it? Imagine if you're running a race, right? And somebody is running, like they're almost to the finish line. So they feel like they're so far ahead of everybody else. So then they start slowing down because they're like, yeah, I'm going to win because I'm ahead of all these people. Like, yeah, that person is fast too, but they're not better than me. They're not going to get past me. So people thought because they had more or where they were at and you were in this place where you were building, that they were going to always be ahead of you. So it's like one day you just surpassed them. So the person who was running, and then they slowed down and they got full of themselves, right? Because of the little wins that they were making, you end up surpassing them, right? Out of nowhere. And they're like, what the fuck? I thought I was late. But you weren't focused on who was ahead of you. So you're not like, oh, well, let me stop, let me shut down. You were focused on your own goals, moving. Because you came out in Empress energy, right? Whatever you put your mind to, whatever you nourish, it grows. So that's what these people are feeling like. They could have been in this walk of life with you, but you're surpassing them. You're going to attain some sort of success that they're blocked off from. So even if you're cool with people, you just keep it at that. Like, I'm cool with you, but you're not a part of my abundance. And this is karmic justice, right? So there's a cycle closing and there's a cycle opening for this person. This is a big change that's happening in their life. Things are beginning to balance out. And people who doubted this person, there's a lot of stress and things that they need to fix in their life. So as this feminine's moving further, things are falling apart in their life, like, and her growth is affecting how they feel about themselves, but it has nothing to do with her, right? So that's what I have for you guys. If it resonated, give me a big fat thumbs up. See you guys next time.